So I was recording an entirely different video than this one, and all of a sudden I faced this deck and I just got cheesed. I had to copy this deck and show you guys honestly the most toxic thing I've ever seen. We have MK Giant Skeleton on top ladder today, so let's hop in and see how this goes. Believe it or not, this is not the first time I faced this deck. I faced this deck a little bit ago, and I was like, surely it's a fluke and somebody's just playing something really off meta. But now that I faced it multiple times, we're going to go MK on top of those piggies. But now that I faced it multiple times, I think it's a perfect time for me to put it into my own deck slot and really show you guys how brain dead I can play this game. So I'm going to go for the Skeleton Dragons on the bridge. Might as well. I mean, he played a piggy, so I'll just go ahead and drop my entire bar. Feels pretty fair to me. Queen comes down. I'm going to arrows this queen as soon as I can. Hopefully it dies. Oh, if those Skeleton Dragons got like one more shot each before getting destroyed, we could have been okay right there. So pretty bad arrows, honestly a complete waste of the arrows. But the key to this deck is not thinking, and I know that sounds stupid, that sounds backwards, right? But a lot of Clash Royale is like that nowadays. If you're going to be playing a deck where you have 90% offense, then you kind of got to turn off your brain a little bit, and that's hard for me to do. I've always struggled with that, but I'm going to be starting a series. Well, you guys are going to see the video tomorrow, most likely. It was supposed to be today, but then this happened, but you're going to be seeing a series of me trying to get better at specific archetypes, and I think it's going to be very exciting. I'm kind of hyped for it, but just going to go for my Mother Witch at the bridge right here to get these couple of Larrys to turn it into pigs. Now, Mother Witch is probably going to do absolutely nothing for me in this matchup because he has, you know, Royal Hog Cycle, and Mother Witch is just not great against that, but I'm just going to go for the Goblins, the back split right here. He doesn't know I have Giant Skeleton yet either, so I'm gonna go for the Battle Ram other lane. He's probably gonna Ice Spirit this. I'm ready for it though. There's the Ice Spirit. Dang it. I was hoping maybe I could pre-arrows or something, but like that's so aggressive and I could sell the game from that, so I'm going to be smart instead and go for the Giant Skeleton. If he does immediately pigs, I've got my Skeleton Dragons, so we'll see. Yep, he does. So we're going to drop down Skeleton Dragons. Archer Queen ability is nasty, by the way. Took out over like 70% of that Giant Skeleton by itself, which is crazy because that is, you know, one of the tankier cards in Clash Royale. But Skeleton Dragon connects. He has to go for a kind of a late cannon on top of that, an awkward cannon on top of the Giant Skelly and the Dragons. And once again, we can just reset with the Zappies in the back. Now, we have four of the most brain-dead 4 elixir cards in the game, in my opinion, and that is the Mother Witch, the Ram, the Zappies, and the Skeleton Dragons. All of these cards, prediction, oh, I played that way too late. But all of these cards just require no skill, in my opinion, especially the Zappies. And I would say Mother Witch is a little bit less broken than Zappies overall, but Zappies, man, are just a crazy broken card. Also, Skeleton Dragons, ever since they got that buff, are extremely easy to play. They pretty much don't need to be placed in any good manner. You can just kind of drop them down, and the splash damage will go crazy. So I'm going to go for the MK. I feel like this is going to be a very awkward push for him to defend against because we have double lane pressure with double tanks, and that's why it's so cheese. We have a Giant Skelly and an MK in the same deck. Like, what kind of deck has both of those? Look at that. We get the damage on the left or the right hand side. The Giant Skeleton pops on the left hand side. He's gonna have to drop a delivery last second, but that's not gonna matter when he has 4 goblins, a barbarian, another Skeleton Dragons. I mean, this deck is an absolute nightmare to defend against. Every time I play a deck like this, I genuinely think to myself, wow, the state of Clash Royale is this low. Like, you could play this every single game, and honestly, you could become way higher ranked than if you were playing, you know, the same exact talent-wise level with like Hog or with Balloon or Expo or even really any archetype in this game, because a deck like this is pretty much a combination of just all the most broken cards in one deck. So I'm going to go here. Oh, he does go for the Mighty Miner. Now, I will say a deck that could counter this one, Hog Xe. If you have Valkyrie and Xe, I would probably close the app instantly here. But this guy's got Mighty Miner Fireball, so that's quite the problem as well. I definitely say he's got a good matchup here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't matter if he has a good matchup, because we have basically Fireball bait with the Zappies, the Mother Witch, and the Skeleton Dragon. So at some point, one of those 3 cards is going to get infinite value. If I can just find a way to break through and, you know, my Zappies to actually get some good value, then we should be okay here. So he's going to go for the Fire Spirit like that. We're not going to defend that, of course. It's just not worth it, and I'm not going to play, you know, 2 Elixir Goblins on that. He's more than likely, I was going to say go for the Mighty Miner there. I guess I'll just go for the Mother Witch like this to get the 2 piggies. Hopefully that can tank for a little bit for my Giant Skeleton, so we can at least try and cause a little bit of discomfort for him on the defensive end. Now, he does go for the Fireball on that Mother Witch. In my opinion, that's a win, because now we can really build the very talented push by just dropping our Evo MK in the back. We don't care about those wall breakers. You know what? This is kind of resembling a Golem clone from like years ago, where you just don't defend anything, or Lava clone, either one. They both were the same way. I'm going to go for the Battle Ram like this. I'm actually going to go Zappies first on the right-hand side, then Battle Ram the left-hand side. There's no way he's defending all this. That's like impossible, yeah. so the Mighty Miner is going to die to my Zappies, which is good, and then Battle Ram connects on the left-hand side, so we at least get some good damage there on the left-hand lane, which is solid. I mean, it's not anything crazy. We could have gotten more for sure. I was hoping for a bit more, honestly, but Mighty Miner is a great counter to this deck right here. I'm going to go for the Giant Skeleton in the back again. He's most likely... Oh, he goes for the Drill. Okay, so I didn't even know he had Drill, to be honest. Since he played the Evo Wall Breakers, I'm not even going to defend that. We're just going to full send, and we could easily lose this game, but I think that there's still a good chance of us breaking through, which sounds a bit insane in the current state that we're in. I'm going to go for the Zappies like this, and then Battle Ram immediately on the other side. This should be pretty good. Right here, he does log, but that's going to miss one of the Zappies. I'm going to pop my ability. Hold on a second, guys. I think we're going to break through. I'm going to go for the Mother Witch like this. Come on, just overwhelm. Keep spamming a bunch of random stuff at the bridge. That is my strategy right now. He just fireballed. Come on. Take the tower. Take the tower. Yeah, that's tower. There's no way he's saving his tower here. He just logged my Skeleton Dragons, and we are going to be fine. Oh, my goodness gracious. So we're pretty much going to win this game because, I mean, this 2-tower situation, we already have a 2,000 damage lead. I would be shocked if we somehow blew this lead. Let's go for the arrows on top of that drill and just let... this Mother Witch get some piggies as well on those goblins. Maybe I didn't even need to do that. It was probably a bit of an over expenditure with that Mother Witch. Yeah, it definitely was. I should have just taken the 500, 600, however much damage we were going to take, but just gonna go for the MK to the back like this, and this is where the massive push begins. Now I just need to not allow this Mighty Miner to take out my tanks. That's literally all I need to focus on right now, is zapping the Mighty Miner basically. So I'm gonna go for the I'm actually gonna go for the goblins first, because that's gonna be a good distraction. I can go for the Zappies down low, and then I can just go for the Giant Skeleton on top of this drill. Dude, this guy has no elixir. Holy moly, he just overspent like crazy. We have to win right now. That was way too much. We still have the MK from the first push alive, by the way. So I'm gonna go for a second MK right here, which is definitely going to be... Oh my gosh, he's dead. There's no way he defends this. Bro, he just battle rammed... Or not battle rammed. Goblin drilled when we have like a 40 elixir lead on the map right now with all of our tanks. This has to be GG's. I'm going to go for the Skeleton Dragons, and that is going to do it. That, kids, shows you do not play Goblin drill on offense whenever you have an MK and a Giant Skeleton directly on your side of the map, bro. Like, what is he doing? But yeah, nice win right there. Here we go. We've got our next victim right here. And dude, honestly, it's pretty crazy. Every time I face someone with this deck, I just feel bad for them. But to be fair, somebody beat me with it, so I had to return the love to all of the others, you know, just really share the enjoyable gaming experience that I went through. So let's go for the MK to the back like this right here. He's going to go for a Mighty Miner, so it's going to be Hog Rider probably. Ooh, I mean, this matchup should be okay. It's just going to be annoying, I think, because mainly the Firecracker, he's going to be able to outcycle us most of this match, I would assume. So it just goes Hog at the bridge. I mean, that's fair enough. The Zappy should shut down that Hog from really doing too much. That's still going to get a hit on my tower, even though he hogged into 3 Zappies. Isn't that insane? How good the Hog Rider is at just, like, getting that shot no matter what. But he goes for the Firecracker like that, so we know it is going to be Hog Earthquake now. I guess I'll just Giant Skeleton in the back left, and probably just wait and take my time. Don't want to rush too much. We're going to have to find that one really big push if we are actually going to win this match. So it's going to be probably a long match if I had to make a prediction, just because of the fact that I can't break through a Mighty Miner and a Cannon and a Firecracker quick enough. And we have arrows, but that's only going to hit one of the Firecrackers, and then he's going to go for another one, of course. So we've got to be smart about the way we use our arrows this game, at least try and get the value in the times I should. And we're going to have to figure out how we can deal with the Firecrackers when the arrow is not on the map. So I'm just going to go for the MK the bridge. He's going to have Firecracker. I'm just going to arrows that instantly this time because it's single elixir. And hopefully that doesn't kill my Skeleton Dragon. It did, unfortunately. That sucks a lot, actually. If that didn't kill Skeleton Dragon, we would have at least gotten a little bit of damage here from the splash on the tower, most likely. But it's fine. We're still going to get some good pressure with that MK. Force him to go for another 1 elixir. I know. Big commitment right there. 1 whole elixir. Pretty epic. But I'm just going to have my Zappies prepared for the Hog if he does want to go in for the Hog Rider. And now once we get to double elixir, I think it's going to be a lot more just easy for me to at least build up a push. And we can hopefully support our pushes with the Zappies so we can just Mighty Miner on top every time. So I'm going to go for the Giant Skeleton on this Hog. That gets at least 1 shot. I'm not sure if it's going to get a second here. Hopefully not. That would be pretty bad. Thankfully, Giant Skeleton did just enough to DPS down that Hog Rider. And yeah, this is the problem, right? So whenever he outcycles me, I pretty much just have to let that go. And just let the Firecracker get infinite value. I'm going to arrows this one because it's an Evo. That's pretty much the only reason I'm still going to arrows it, even though I know he's going to play another one. Yep, there it is. Oh, boy. So let's go for the MK in the back right here and just wait and take our time. Now, no matter how broken your deck is, if your opponent has a really good range card and can outcycle your spell for it, it's going to be difficult to break through. So realistically, I need to get back to my arrows here for the next Firecracker. I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Giant Skeleton. We're not going to force this one. I'm going to go for the Goblins like this, then arrows now to kill the Cannon. the Firecracker and also chip that Mighty Miner, I guess. And yeah, we're just waiting patiently for that one opportunity. It's probably going to have to come in triple elixir because even double elixir is not enough for me to really do much, which kind of sucks. But it's all good. I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Evo Ram. I want to go Skeleton Dragons too because I think this is a pretty annoying push for him to defend. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Goblins the Bridge too. Come on, connect Battle Ram, please. Nice. We can arrows that Firecracker. We get some damage finally after about 30 years of trying to, it feels like. I'm going to go for the Goblin ability as well, and unfortunately, that Mighty Miner Bomb just destroyed everything, so not ideal, but that's okay, because we have MK if he does indeed go in for a hog, and looks like he's just going to let that go, and the Mighty Miner is going to get a bit of damage, which is all right. It had to get that last little burn right there to get that extra 500 damage. Are we serious? But it's all good. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to find a way to overwhelm this guy. MK Evo is pretty good against Mighty Miner, but with the help of a cannon, it's also not really going to be that threatening for the opponent to deal with. I'm going to Mother Witch, get the Larrys. This is probably the only time all game we're even going to get Mother Witch value, so might as well try and take it while we can. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Skeleton Dragons the right-hand lane like this. He's going to have a lot to deal with here, and then I can just go for my Battle Ram on the left-hand side. Go, Giant Skelly, go! Oh, it was so close. He's already going to get a cannon down, though, for this. Oh, my goodness gracious, please. Okay, so I'm going to go Goblins the Bridge. We need to break through. Kill the Firecracker. Oh, my gosh. This is rage bait at this point. The Goblins, though, are not going to do anything. I thought they were going to get some damage. I lied. But let's go for the MK in the back. We pretty much have to win on this one. It just feels like an impenetrable defense right now from the opponent. Let's go for the Giant Skeleton as well. And then Firecracker is already down on the map. Now, I guess I have to arrows this because if I don't, the Firecracker is going to kill everything. I'm going to go ram Skeleton Dragons in the middle and just try and utilize the Skeleton Dragons to the best of my ability because you can't really kill them. So we're trying to get the value out of that. I'm going to go for the Goblins at the bridge and then arrows on top of this Firecracker once more. Please, 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 please. That was too aggressive from him. Surely it was. Let's go Evo Ram. We are going to connect and we are going to win this game. So all it took was just keep spamming at the bridge. And like I said, once we got the triple elixir, he just really couldn't keep up with all of the amount of brokenness that I have in this deck. Up against Diego in this next one right here. Just going to go for the Goblins at the bridge for that heal spirit and see how he does want to react to this. Now, we could just immediately ability, but he's going to go for the Wizard, so I'm going to go for the Battle Ram other lane here. Wizard makes me think either Eagle or Giant Sparky. Those are really the only two decks you see Evo Wizard in, I feel like, but I'm just going to go for the Zappies like this right here. That should kill the Mini P.E.K.K.A. fairly well, and the Zappy's going to go ahead and turn around and not shoot the Wizard, unfortunately, but that's fine. We're still in a good spot right here, even though he does get that those two shots. I'm going to go for my MK in the back. He's most likely going to Sparky, but you got to think about this, right? Skeleton Dragons are now this card where you're going to get infinite splash damage. So if he does go for the Sparky in the back, I don't even mind, which he does go for right there. So I'm just going to go for my Skeleton Dragons as soon as his MK's tanking the tower. And then he doesn't have his Wizard back in rotation, I don't believe. He does now. But he opts to go for the Vines instead. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting play. Skeleton Dragon's going to go ahead and connect on that tower and also DPS down that Sparky like crazy. They just really do a great job. And I think they're, honestly, if I had to pick one card that's most underrated right now, I would probably say Skeleton Dragons overall in the entirety of Clash Royale. So the Sparky's going to go ahead and wall up my Goblins. That's okay, though. We'll go for the Mother Witch back and just take our time. Not going to worry about that too much. And we can just go ahead and pop the ability for this Mini P.E.K.K.A. right now. That Sparky shouldn't shoot. Yeah, I was getting a little bit nervous that it might get a shot off. Sometimes you expect a Sparky to die and it just magically hits with 1 HP and then it ruins your day. But Mother Witch is going to die, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. Battle Ram connects, though, on the right-hand side. Zap from the opponent. That's okay, though. We have MK, so if he does go for the Giant the bridge, I could MK, but he's not going to play it, so I'm just going to go for my Giant Skeleton in the middle. And now he knows our secret of having Giant Skeleton and MK in the same deck. Still wild to me that this is viable, and not even just viable, like really good. He's obviously going to go for the Giant to kite this over into the Sparky's Blast. Yep, there it is. I'm going to go for the Zappies down low. And actually, I'm going to go for an early Skeleton Dragons to get the DPS rolling on top of that. He could Vines, of course, if he really wanted to. Also, he does have Tornado, I'm pretty sure, with this. Yeah, so Zappies come into the Sparky's Blast right there, which kind of sucks. But I can just go for the Mother Witch down low, and that's completely fine. Even though he kills that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really change anything for me. I'm going to go Goblins around that Sparky, and then I can just go for the MK at the bridge right now. I can go for the Evo Ram on the left-hand side as well, so this is pretty solid. MK should actually connect on this right-hand lane unless he pulls it away with the NATO, which he does, but he doesn't have anything to place, so I can just go for my ability. The MK connects. That was a bad Goblin ability, but it doesn't even matter at this point. I can just go with Zappies up top like this on top of that Mini P.E.K.K.A. He Vines nothing. I think he was trying to Vines the Zappies, but he was going for the prediction, and that's going to be game over. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how brain dead this deck is. Oh, literally right as I say that, he hits the brain dead emoji, which is honestly fair enough, but to be fair, the fact that this deck is working, there's got to be something wrong with Clash Royale fundamentally at the moment. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Really just no chance for the opponents. It's absolutely diabolical. I recommend playing this deck if you want some easy free wins. Enjoy the Butch clip, and have a good day. Peace.